May I help you?
I think I'm losing it. I prayed for my wife for months. I laid hands on her, quoted every healing scripture verse I could find. Still, I had to bury her last week, and people have the nerve to tell me God works miracles. Really?
I'm really sorry to hear. Can I help you otherwise?
Here, the doctor gave me this because I feel like everything is just getting to my head.
Why do you need sleeping tablets?
I just want to forget whatever happened in my life for the past 2 weeks. I can't stop thinking about my wife all the time. I just feel like I want to go where she is.
Sir, that's the wrong approach that you are taking. It's like the doctor is aiding you to do something that's against their oath.
I just told him that I couldn't sleep and he recommended these tablets for me.
Sir, I'm begging you to rethink what you were thinking about doing, please.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do miracles even happen now, or was that just a Bible days thing? 'Cause it sure didn't happen for my wife.
Yes, they still happen. I've seen them, but not always in the way we expect.
That's the same churchy talk everyone uses. In his timing, in his way. What about the real pain right now? Where was my miracle?
I asked the same question when my daughter was in a car wreck. The doctors said that she would never walk again. Paralyzed. Done. But I prayed, fought with God, cried, and He answered me. She walked, no explanation. The doctors had no words. That was a miracle.
Yeah, good for you, but that's not everyone's story.
No, it's not, but miracles aren't just about outcomes. They're about His presence in the impossible. I don't know if you're a believer or not, but there were 3 young boys named Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego in the book of Daniel, the 3rd chapter. God didn't prevent the fire, He stepped into it with them. That was the miracle.
So what you're saying, my miracle was what? God watching me suffer?
No. Your miracle might have been in how you kept showing up, in how your faith didn't completely shatter. Hebrews 11 lists people who saw incredible things, but verse 39 says, "These were all commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised."
So faith is believing even if it doesn't go your way?
Exactly. Look, Jesus said in John 14 verses 12, "Whoever believes in me, will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things." But He also said in Luke 4 verses 27, "There were many lepers in Israel in the time of Elisha the prophet, yet not one of them was cleansed, only Naaman."
So even back then, not everyone got the miracle?
Yes. Miracles aren't owed to us, they're gifts. You have to believe for miracles to work in your life. Sometimes they are physical, sometimes spiritual. Sometimes the miracle is simply knowing that God is working it out for you even when everything is falling apart. Philippians 4 verses 7 calls it peace that passes understanding. Many people believe that if you have enough faith, God will do it. That's not how it always works. Faith is not about controlling God, it's about trusting Him, even when you don't understand Him. Look at Paul, the same man that healed people, in Acts 19 verses 11 and 12, who raised the dead, in Acts 20 verses 9 and 10. He also prayed 3 times for a thorn in the flesh to be taken away and God said no. 2 Corinthians 12 verses 7 to 9. Why? Because God told him, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." Sometimes God doesn't do what we ask because He's doing something deeper than what we understand.
But why do some get healed, and some don't?
I don't know, but I know this. God is still God. If your prayers aren't answered right away, it doesn't mean that He has not answered you. Maybe, not in the way you wanted Him to.
So what? I keep praying, and hoping for nothing and just accept the outcome?
Not just accept, trust. Trust that He's still good. Trust that Romans 8 verses 28 is still true, that all things work together for good to them that love God.
Accept what? That He took my wife and left me alone?
I don't have all the answers, sir. Remember what I told you about Paul. He trusted God and accepted his outcome. There was nothing he could do about it, but what I do know is that God is faithful. The pain you're feeling right now, you'll understand it one day. My husband died 2 years ago, and I was feeling the same way you're feeling. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I almost lost my job because I just couldn't concentrate. Then I felt a presence, a calm came over me, and I started to pray, right there, in the pain I was feeling. I'm not saying it's all gone, because the memory is still there, but God brought me out of a situation that I thought I could have never gotten over all by myself.
You know, I want to believe again, but I'm scared to hope. I really wanted my wife to live. I'm so lonely now. My kids all moved away because of their jobs. I feel so lonely.
You don't have to be. Join a church, get involved in community activities, soon all this will become, not as they used to be, but it will surely help you to want to live again. When you say you want to believe again, that's where miracles begin. In the doubt, in your fragile, trembling hope. You are still standing here, that's also a miracle in itself. I know that we just met, but why don't you accompany me to church where you can sit and tell the pastor what you're feeling, and what you're going through? He'd be able to show you by dissecting the scriptures with you.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. I think I'll take you up on your offer.
Here's the address for the church, and this is my number, if you feel like talking sometimes. I'm here for you.
Thank you.